What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Don back here with another build video, man, and today I got y'all with one of the most hated builds in 2K21, man. I know y'all remember this build. I ain't gonna even tell y'all. Right, put it down in the comment section what you think the build is, bro. But alright, we're gonna go ahead and get it started with a 6'7". It is a small forward instead of a power forward like it was last year, but 6'7", 215. We're gonna keep the wingspan exactly where it is and the weight exactly where it is. And we just gonna go ahead and get started into the actual build itself. First things first, we're gonna start off with the finishing, man. Close shot, we're gonna take that up to a 60, which I honestly think is pretty decent for pretty much any build that's not a big man. You know, to have a close shot of a 60, you could probably get away with, you know, a lot of those under the rim things that a lot of other builds do not get away with because they don't have, you know, the finishing too high or the close shot too high. And then we're gonna go with a 92 on the driving nook because we do have to be able to catch bodies on this build for it to be glitchy like it was in 2K21, man. You got to be able to do a little bit of everything. And that's pretty much it for the finishing. We are going to end with 17 body bag dunk on everybody badges, you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to get over to the shooting, which it is not going to lack at all. We're going to max out mid-range. We want to get an 89 on that thing, just so we can hit those shots. I mean, honestly, difficult shots would probably be a good idea on this build, but we'll talk about that towards the end. For the three-point shot, we will be going with an 83. And then for the free throw, man, I know this is kind of high. I know you only need about a 70 to an 80, but on this build, we will throw on a 90 free throw. This build is perfect for the small forward position, perfect for rec, because it does have really good free throw. For the pass accuracy, oh yeah, and before I forget, that gives you 28 of them green bean make your girls scream badges, man. I love shooting. That's like my thing. Shooting, defense, my two favorite things to do in any 2K, in all honesty. And then for the playmaking, we are going with a 70 on the pass accuracy, man. The silver bullet passer is what we need, and that's what we got, man. So we're going with a 70 on that, just to make sure that you're not a liability out there on offense when you need to move the ball around, which will happen. Trust me, it'll happen. Every build needs pass accuracy. Put it on a 70 to get that silver bullet passer. Then we can go with an 84 for the ball handle, because we do want to be able to get those pro dribble moves and the silver unpluckable, because I mean, honestly, with any level unpluckable, it's kind of wild how you don't get the ball stolen, but that is neither here nor there. We got Hall of Fame glue hands, which is, you know, just kind of glitchy, helps you get those shots off because you get better catch animations. And then gold handles for days, in case you do want to use this build to dribble, you will be able to do that. Now for the speed with ball, we're going to max that out at a 74. I know, unfortunately, you don't get quick first step on Hall of Fame, but it's really not that important. With a build this big and, you know, with the finishing being where it is, you'll be fine. Like, you won't feel like you're missing something. Silver quick first step is more than good enough. And that'll give you 21 playmaking badges. You can already see that this build is very balanced. We can get into the defense for the last thing, just so I can kind of cap the build off on a good note. We're not going to put any interior in, but don't worry about that. We will have blocks, so you will be able to stop people on the interior. Now for perimeter defense, we're going to max that out, man. We want a 90 perimeter defense. Still, we're going to max it out as well. It's also going to give you a 90. You see, we do get interceptor on Hall of Fame, which is super overpowered, man. If you aren't using interceptor as high as you can get it, you bugging, man. I don't care what position you play. Interceptor is that bad. Now block, we're going to put that up to an 81, aka max. That will get you intimidator on gold. Like I said, you don't really need interior defense as much. That's more so to stop you from getting posted up, but you really won't have an issue getting posted up at the small forward spot unless you try to run this as the big and park, which I would not suggest. Like that, this build is not made for that. So, and then with the defensive rebound, put that up to an 88. We're going to leave offensive rebound right where it is. We're not adding nothing else to that. Now we're going to get onto the physicals, but in case you didn't see, that's 24 defensive badges. If in any badge category you feel like you don't have enough badges, there's 5 additional, 6 if you already hit level 39 or whatever level you get that +1 badges at, or +1 badge at, you know what I'm saying? It'll give you 6 extra badges potentially. You can add it to any of those categories. If I had to add it to one, I'd probably go defense, in all honesty. Defense or shooting, because it's never too bad to have more shooting badges. Unless you over 40, then you kind of tripping. You don't need more than 40, bro. You don't. Or defense, you know, that's always a good place to have extra badges. Now for the speed, we're gonna take that up to a 78. This build could be made to be faster, but honestly, I don't feel like you need it. Like, this build is put at the 3. You know, you got solid defense, you got great offense. I mean, when you see this build name, you gonna know exactly how this build gonna get down. We're gonna take the vertical up to an 80 because we do want to make sure we get a lot of those contact dunk animations. And for the stamina, we're gonna put it as high as we can possibly get it, which is a 95. And the build is complete with a badge total of 17, 28, 21, and 24 badges, man. Now, all right, we can go ahead and get into the takeovers, man. Look, you get pretty much all of them. You get locked. You just don't get, you know, the glass cleaning and a couple other big man ones. But for this, just to make the build nice and balanced, I'm gonna go with finishing moves and spot up, because those are two very nice takeovers to have. And with those, you won't feel like you're missing out on anything. And obviously, if you do the Chris Brickley drills, you can change up your takeovers whenever you want. Super dope. The Mamba mentality badge, you know what I'm saying? And that gives you the two-way scoring machine. Like I said, it is one of the most hated builds from 2K21, man. These were everywhere. These demigods were unstoppable, and I think this is as close as you can get to it on this game. I don't feel like it's bad. I mean, it is 6'7", so it has the height, has the speed at a 78. I don't feel like you'll be too slow to guard people of the same position. If you want to run this at the 3 in the park, which I wouldn't suggest once again, because the interior is low. It's just low interior, but you do have blocks, so you can get it done. Now, all right, time to show you some of the best badges that I would put on this build. I don't ever leave y'all hanging with the badges, man, because what is a build without the badges? So test it out at 99, because I know y'all all can get the 99. If you do the rebirth, it's already gonna be a 90. You only got 9 more overalls to go, man. So with this, I would go with Posterizer on gold, Slithery on Hall of Fame, Lob City Finisher on gold, and then for the last one, I would suggest like an unstrippable, or maybe if like a fearless finisher to help you out a little bit too. Now for the shooting, this build can dribble, so you might be able to get some shots off the dribble. With that being said, blinders is super important for anybody who dribbles. Hot zone hunter, obvious, you know what I'm saying? Sniper, Hall of Fame, has to be. Catch and shoot, I'm gonna put that on silver. Stop and pop on silver. And then for the last 7, I'm gonna get Deadeye. I like having slippery off ball. If you do play the 3 in the park, it'd be perfect for that. And then just the last 3, we're gonna put Deadeye on. And then I just put Circus 3s on with Green Machine. That pretty much covers all of the badges, man. Like I said, if you want to do something else, you could possibly, instead of putting Green Machine and Circus 3s on, you can put all those points into, you know, maybe a difficult shot and Circus 3s. You know, pretty much just make this build your own. Make sure your badges match your playstyle. That's like the #1 thing that I like to preach or say or whatever. Make sure your badges match your playstyle. Make sure your takeovers match your playstyle. And then any build can be a really good build for you. And now for the playmaking badges, pretty much, we're gonna make this quick. So, hyperdrive, I like that. I like this badge a lot. If you do drive a lot, because this build does have high driving dunk, I would put hyperdrive on this. I'm gonna put quick first step on silver, unpluggable on silver. One of the perks of this build is definitely glue hands. So I would put that on Hall of Fame, or you can go gold, whichever one makes you more comfortable. Then last 6, go handles for days, and actually, we're gonna have to go silver with hyperdrive, just so we can get bullet passer on silver as well. And for the defense, last and most favorite category, you know what I'm saying? Chase down, for now I'm gonna put that on bronze. If you feel like you need more chase down blocks, put it a little bit higher, like it won't really hurt. Rim protector, put that on bronze. I'm not putting pickpocket on, just because the badge is effectively broken. Clamps, putting that on gold. Interceptor is on Hall of Fame. And for the last few badges, Normally I would suggest tireless defender, but I'm not really sure how much of a difference that makes. I know it's supposed to be a good badge, but hey man, that one's gonna be up to you. For the rest of the badges, you pretty much have to think about how you're going to play with this build. If you're going to play in the park, then you might want to have like a box or a rebound chaser or something like that. I'm going to be playing in the rec if I make this build. So I'm going to go ahead and put off-ball pest on, tireless defender on, and if I do happen to guard ball, definitely going to put ankle braces on gold. That would just be, you know, my ideal build. That's how it would work for me if it were, you know, me making this build, me using this build to suit my playstyle. That's how I would do it, man. Make sure it matches for you. Make the build make sense for you. That's number one for any build video. If I don't say it, that's what I mean. But I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. It's your boy Don, and I'm up out of here. But before you get up out of here, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.